Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Jonathan. Back again doing a sunset vlog here. So as you can see, it's now getting freezing. I did this last time and I sat here and froze to death. Oh well, lesson learned. So I just finished my chores outside. As you can see, the sun's just dropping. I wanted to catch all this. And I'm going to try to pan slower. And I only had 2 cups of coffee today, so I'm not all shaking. I've had some crazy weather. Same, you can see the yard of my hay, same thing has grown back. And to mention this is my front porch. Was damaged from lightning strike. I've been fighting with the insurance now for 14 months. This is just not right. So they're the claim in, have the photo evidence, the fact of the damage, and denied. Fortunately, this happens nationwide with all the disaster, billions of dollars in damage, or trillions of dollars. Anyway, I'm not here to rant and rave, but yeah, I just filed something with my state I didn't even know was in place for Missouri, and they go ahead and send that off. They have 20 days to reply, and then if not, they sit there and will hire an investigator, and they will do all the court deal. Same here. Just to mention, people, every state has this. You contact the Better Business Bureau. That's what I did, and you can file that online. This is in USA too. I don't know about internationally, but yeah, it's been a nightmare. I mean, I have my foundation cracked. I've had both front and back deck wasted hit. It's amazing I didn't get killed because I was home that day. Yeah, it's just a shame got to go through all this. So this is what I was trying to catch, is this is a perfect sunset. You can basically see every color of the rainbow in the sky right now. I get a lot of these here, which is cool. And the I gotta switch arms again, sorry. Kinda stumbling on my words. Tires, guys. I just finished my outside chores for the day, plus hiking, as well as I have not had any good weather as told. They tried to predict the weather and they were totally wrong. I've had heavy rain again. Probably got about 5 inches of rain in 2 days here. Didn't snow, just missed me by 30 miles here, but it was cold. Same now, it's freezing out again. It's gonna drop in the 30s. And I've seen it a million times here in my yard. Hay, but it will green up in one sunny day. Start to die off, as you can see. And the cycle starts again. Even though it's cold, the hay will continue to grow. Excuse me. the main purpose of getting on here to farming. My buddy hasn't contacted me. I hope he's alright. Same with his family. I drive by his property occasionally, but as said, with Corona here, COVID cases, same with here in my county. I shared Thanksgiving, which, by the way, just to mention that hey, this is my digital camera again. I still haven't figured my cell phone out. I'm not all that with technology. Same, I'm not going to go here and buy all that equipment. Being an amateur, it's just not worth it to me. Same thing, that's money that would go into my farm, especially now. But this has been a year in the making. As I wrote in my last video, I dedicated that to Lexi and her baby. Ma and I had met them last Thanksgiving 2019 at a restaurant in Moostown there. And I had been telling her I wanted to do a YouTube channel. I've had issues with phones, same with the camera at the time, and honestly, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Not to be Mr. Brightside, but that's my life. Same on everything having to be complicated. It's always been that way. That's everyone's life. And no one has a normal life, as I say all the time. It's just life, and that's the way it is. But I finally got this channel up and running. Same thing, Lexi. If you see me, I have the same look. A year older though, but offer still stands. I had a terrible year in farming, but I'm a man of my word, and that's the reason I started this channel, is to educate people as well as yourself, a young mother there, about organic food and even how you can grow this at your own house. Anyone can do this globally, whatever your region, time of year obviously, and around the globe. But 2 seeds, if it's a vegetable that needs outside pollination, such as corn, tomatoes, squash, pumpkins, and I just go blank. What am I thinking of? Broccoli, cabbage, and so on, like fall crops I want to plant, or up to winter crops, or same, plant this first of spring, would be carrots, onions, garlic. You have Brussels sprouts you can grow as well, good times of the year. But basically anything underground you can plant through winter with straw. Like now, the wind's blowing and I'm sitting here freezing to death. Like, I just don't think of these. I just took my jacket off, sweating, too hot, hiking, and my hat, beanie, and it's freezing. So this is not going to be no 20-minute video. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to do all that. It's too cold. Same with my tractor. If I would have had snow coming, it would have been about 15 minutes. I would have gone out, grabbed a hay bale. I have 2 flipped already. My farm animals are grazing, and I normally put 1 in the barn, dairy barn, for the animals for feed as well as bedding. They spread it out perfectly, as they're smart. The donkeys anyway will do this, and they will make 2 feet bedding for, like when I said, it gets 40 below here. And I hope my camera is catching all this. The video last time looked pretty good, but just beautiful colors. I mean, this is why I love Missouri. Even though it's different. I've been here 12 years. Like I said, I moved here from Southern California, and don't regret it at all. I mean, I did the hustle and bustle in LA for 45 years, and I was just tired of the concrete jungle, to be truthful. Plus my family at the time needed me. Same for me. To start businesses here, it's just much cheaper compared to California. Same with Workers' comp insurance for employees is outrageous there. Same in property tax, same, cost of living. And here, what Ma, Pop, my grandfather, even sister has. What this farm cost here, we could have 6 of them compared to what we paid for in California in property plus your property tax every year, which was outrageous. I mean, let me add it up. I won't say the price here, but it's under $1,000 taxes every year. And I'm talking property tax for the whole farm. Well, I'll just say it, it's $214. And California, shoot, $5,500, $5,800, $6,200, and this is a year. It's just insane. It's a high dollar living, and that's the price you pay for California. Same thing, working all the time, 80 hours a week, and this is after earthquakes there, property damage, same thing. You're not safe anywhere, not in LA County where I live, but yeah, wildfires, which they just fired up again. Here we just had all this rain for basically the whole of the United States, snow, blizzards. I mean, right above me the other day there was 4 feet of snow, for crying out loud. Same west of me, they got hammered with 2 feet of snow, and this has been going on for weeks now. Every week they're getting dumped with 2 feet of snow right there, which is great. As needed, same thing. All the water we can get here in the country, same for the farm. I'm going to take it and not complain, but yeah, it is just pours here is a term. I mean, so heavy rain, same with the straight line wind damage I have, that too. Just a comment, thank God my roof is still sticking. Thank you, JD, for taking care of that and doing everything professionally. He was out there that day. I showed you I got sunburned the day after, but that day, man, it was windy, like 45-mile-an-hour winds. He's up on the roof with magnetic shoes, getting what's called moss on the bottom of his shoes, and he's slipping. It's a metal roof, by the way, and he kept wiping it off, but I'd tell him, yeah, pollen on your shoes. He's all, I know I'm slipping. I wish I would have thought of that invention. They came here July 2019, and I had wind damage in too, and it was actually backing off all the metal screws of my roof, so thank God JD and Nick could get out here. Nick had sat there and took every metal screw out of the roof, which we agreed to because they're literally backing off with the heat here, weather. Same thing, wind trying to rip my roof off. And that's just the way it is here. Like, I'll give you an example, which I think I commented. That oak tree there at my hayfield gate fence, that is probably 50 years old. Half that tree got hit, was dead. And you can't see it now, but you cut off half that tree. Well, I was stressing for months waiting for that to fall. Same with every tree here around my driveway. It's one closest here at the corner, that's a 50-year-old maple, and 3 out there, 2 of them are my property. The one I showed you pink tag the last video, that is a state-owned called MoDOT property. Well, you can see my power line coming in. Well, that's now 14 months. They are literally waiting for that tree, which is their property, to fall, and they're hoping it falls on my property, then it's my problem. But if it falls going this way east, it's going to rip this power line down. Same thing if it falls, say you're looking at a clock, and we're looking this way, midnight would be up top, or 12, and then 6 at the bottom. If it falls at 9 o'clock position, it's going to rip that power line right down. So not only people driving up and down the highway, as I mentioned, there's a quarter-mile straightaway here. I know this has a drag racer, and it is perfect quarter mile, which is 1,160 feet. Anyway, the power line goes into my barnyard, then goes underground, comes into the house. Same for my barns, everything's underground. But yeah, they won't even address that issue. I have called many times, and truthfully, every storm I'm waiting for that to fall. This, as you heard now, traffic going by, especially at nighttime. You can barely see it here, but the only light I have out here is a barnyard light. That's at the top of that pole. It's an amber neon light. Other than the porch light and house lights, this is it out here. But yeah, as noted, I'm in a rural area, and that's just the way they do it. Same with trees here. I had shared, I believe, but yeah, my satellite dish here, well, both of them went out to, one was my TV, the other was newly installed last year because I had no internet here. All broadband DSL was damaged by lightning strike, and this was last spring through March, at least in front of my property. They came by, had water installed 6 feet under, fiber optic line that basically runs in from a box which is out there into the house. Anyway, I didn't have internet here for months. Same with the company that supplies my phone service. They could not offer anything. That was my only choice satellite, which I'm happy. The only issue with that is, like mentioned, my cell phone. There has been sun solar flare here. What are we going on now? 7 weeks ago. I literally have had 2 phones wasted. Same with my camera acting up. Same with my TV or radio service, which I have on satellite. It is even still skipping, so as far as that goes, any weather interruptions like clouds, storms, snow, even 5G phones, like people driving by, they will shut my signal off. Same with my portable phone. I've had that for years, since 4G began, but same with the 5G, I've noticed that too, that the service just gets cuts off for a split second, or like my phone, it'll literally hang my portable phone up. Same with my cell phone, gets dropped. And in my opinion, even when I was a fireman, I couldn't even sit here and talk to 911 or anything on my radio. I couldn't call them, and I'd be out in the boonies on a hot call for whatever, and no communication whatsoever. And the other thing is, out here there's billions of rocks, lead, and that's the second issue. Same with, like I said, communication or bad signal, same as your cell phone, but that's very common out here. Same with my cell phone. Even today, with all the technology, I have to literally walk around, come outside. One satellite, my one cell phone's that way, 13 miles in town. The other one's that way. It's about 10 miles away, and the third one, well, I actually have 2. There's one further that way, 20 miles. Then I have one this way. Is at about, I'm going to say 13 miles as well, but it's basically a pyramid design, and they just don't work. Same on my tractor out on the farm, and it'd be terrible not to be morbid, but yeah, God forbid something happened, I wouldn't be able to make a 911 call. So that's just how it is here. But I'm getting off track. So back to farming, as I'm ranting and rambling on. I didn't get to do anything this week. It's freezing. I'm standing here freezing right now, and my hands are just ice. And that's the way it is here. It's like a little kid, which I am every year, waiting for the first snow, hard snow anyway, sticking. And I thought I would have got it yesterday, but it did not